Call of Duty is the best-selling FPS franchise and king at the saying, "I'm not a virgin, I swear." The series started with the release of Call of Duty in 2003. It was a game about war, guns, and shooting. It was pretty popular at the time. The sequel, Call of Duty 2, was released in 2005. It was a game about war, guns, and shooting. It was the same but with better visuals. And shit started getting crazy when they released Modern Warfare in 2007. All the other games were set in modern times instead of World War II. This is where I think the franchise started going downhill. You get a new game every year, the series is starting to get stale. So they did something different, and everyone went apeshit. So they quickly corrected that mistake and announced Cold World War II, bringing the game back to being a generic FPS. And here we are, the most recent installment, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. At the 2016 Olympic Games, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series, and Knuckles. I'm gonna say it now, I don't really like this game.
You what?
Now calm down, I don't think this is a bad game. There's parts of the game I like and parts of the game I really don't. I won't get to you. Alright, first things first, let's talk about the campaign. I actually thought this was alright. It wasn't amazing or anything, but I liked it. It's a short 5-hour playthrough, but it's an enjoyable one. Some of the missions are a bit linear, and I didn't really care for the story all that much, but side objectives are a thing now in a COD game. I didn't really do much of these, they're basically just optional objectives you can do in the missions. They didn't really solve the linearity, but they did give my thumb some extra things to do, I guess. But there's one standout mission I absolutely love, the KGB. Basically, remove the KGB, and you're let loose to do a bunch of objectives in whatever order you want without distracting attention. It gives me Hitman vibes for some reason. Maybe it's a mission structure or something, it just does. But apart from that, most of the other missions are very forgettable. There's your home base, which is basically a tiny hub for you just to select your objectives and nothing more. I mean, I guess you could play some old Activision arcade games in a room with a secret code, but apart from that, it's basically meaningless. They could have done way more things with this base, like maybe have a shooting gallery to practice your aim with certain weapons, like an Hitman Blood Bunny, or something like that. But apart from that, it's basically just a glorified menu screen. But anyway, it was alright. It's not amazing, but it does the job. Oh boy, my favourite part of the game. I love this mode. It's the main reason why I keep coming back to this game. It's pretty much just dumb fun. Turn your brain off and have a good time. Pretty much, if you don't know the standard zombies formula, I'll just tell you. Bear with me, I'm not that great at explaining things. Basically, killing zombies and doing other stuff like barricading certain doors or doing challenges nets you points you can use to buy items. Upgrades to your weapons via the Pack-a-Punch machine, or open a bunch of blocked off areas to progress. You can basically do this until you die or beat the level. Cold War Zombies also has new additions like the crafting system or weapon rarity. I never really used the crafting system. I think I've only used it like once. Basically, you can craft items like heals, symbol monkeys with scrap that zombies drop. It's basically pointless because zombies drop all the shit you can craft. I don't really have that much of a say on weapon rarity. Basically, if you play any looter shooter like Borderlands or Destiny or some shit, you know how it works. Pretty much weapons have different rarities and their varying degrees of effective. Like for example, the starting weapon you choose is the lowest rarity. Which basically means by round 10 you might as well be shooting zombies with a Nerf gun. Zombies also have some other side modes as well. I'll make this quick. Dead Ops Arcade is basically a more arcadey version of zombies, with more limited weapons. It's super fun. Jingle Hells is I've only played like one round of it, and I barely remember what it's like. Basically, Christmassy zombies, you throw snowballs at them and it freezes them. Outbreak is basically Treyarch saying, fine, you want more maps, take these then. It's zombies, but on dirty bomb maps. Aside from some flaws, I love zombies. It has 2 original maps at the moment, with more coming soon. But I can't wait for more content. Okay, this is a part of the video that's gonna piss people off. Before I say anything, I'm dog shit at multiplayer. Like, absolute dog shit. So keep that in mind when I'm reviewing the part of the game you buy the game for. Okay, where do I start with this one? You probably already know how COD multiplayer works. If you played a multiplayer game, you know how. Multiple game modes, shoot the other players till they're dead, you know, good stuff. Cold War's multiplayer, on the other hand, feels more stale than leftover chips in a cupboard that's been there for a month. Basically, all the cool movement shit they added in Modern Warfare have been taken out of Cold War. Now you can always sprint, slide, crouch, and go prone. Which I wouldn't have that much of a problem with if the gameplay itself was fun, which it isn't. Even if I'm not getting steamrolled by some dude on 100 prestige, I'm still not having fun. And that sucks. It had so much good potential for multiplayer. I played the beta for this game and enjoyed it, but thought it was pretty bare bones. But at least I had an excuse, the game wasn't finished yet. When the game came out, it still felt bare bones. After 4 months after the game came out, it still feels bare bones. It's hard to describe it in words, you just gotta play it for yourself. Multiplayer is still the same 4 months after the game came out, but just as new maps and minor balance changes. Which is normal for FPS games, but they could have done way more stuff here. Like reworks, new weapon mods, see what I mean here? Maybe by the time this game is finished, my criticism will be outdated by the time this video comes out or when you're watching. This is even mentioning my least favourite part of multiplayer and seemingly everyone else's. Skill-based matchmaking. Seems like a pretty good idea on paper, right? Go up against people that are your skill level. Well, go into a party with a friend that's better than you or has a high level, and you will get steamrolled for a while. No fixing it, no matter how many deaths I've had it doesn't lower. I'm stuck with the big dogs because I want to have fun with my friends. A way they can fix this is by adding a beginner playlist, like in Rainbow Six Siege. But I don't see them adding this though. Rainbow is a very complex game. It's a positional shooter, unlike COD. Characters have traps, you need to barricade doors and observe your surroundings. So I don't expect it getting in the game. There's some other modes too, like Dirty Bomb, which is basically multiplayer on more open maps with vehicles and stuff, which I like. Vehicles in normal multiplayer are actually pretty fun. It can be a bit unfair and frustrating at times when you're walking across a field and a dude with a tank comes along, but that's expected. Like, do you really think you could take down a tank with a dinky little pistol and AK-47? If you enjoy the multiplayer in this game, more power to you. I, personally, just don't really enjoy it. I have some other things I wanted to mention somewhere in this review, but I couldn't find a good place to fit it, so here's some things I like about the game rapid fire style. Weapons, for the most part, feel great to shoot. You can really feel the impact that guns have by each having a distinct firing sound for the most part. You can really feel the power of a sniper rifle from the massive sound it makes when fired. The lighting effects and graphics look stunning in most cases. Maps like Miami and Pines Mall look gorgeous. This game runs surprisingly well in last gen. The only times the game really stuttered was in cutscenes of the campaign. So, do I think this is a bad game? Hell no. I think this is a great game? Hell no. The game is plagued by so many glaring issues, especially in the multiplayer. The multiplayer alone bogs this game down for me. It's what you buy a COD game for, not zombies, not the campaign, so it should affect my view on the game as such. My thoughts on the game can be summed up in 2 words: painfully average.